Welcome to the channel. That was my hotel. Very nice hotel. 4 stars, about 45 Australian dollars per night, and it's a bargain. It's very, very nice. Breakfast included. So breakfast, a lot of Asian food in there. Not what I like. I love Asian food. I don't like to have it for breakfast, but they have toast, cereal, eggs. Yeah, it's good. It's waiting for an Uber. It's actually called a DD here in China, and we'll make our way into the city and have a look around. This is the Pearl River. Well, actually it's a canal. It joins on to the Pearl River, the main river that runs through this city, which is Guangzhou. I think I nearly hit a guy on a bike with the camera. Guangzhou, that's how you say it. I'm sticking with that. That's how I pronounce it. I think it's right. I've come straight here to the Colonial district here, and just wanted to have a look around. I think there's a church up around this corner. We're going to start there and then see what happens. Wow, look at the size of this dog. That is a big dog. Hey, doggo. All right, so here we are. This is, well, as I said, it's the Colonial district. There's some pretty nice buildings here. And some big old trees. Really big old trees. The weather is not too bad today. It's been very, very sticky, but I don't know whether it's just because we're in under these trees, but it's actually quite nice. A lot of people here in this area. Big brick building. Don't know what it is. I do know what it is now. It's the Imperial Maritime Customs building built in 1907. This area is full of old buildings, and I do know a little bit about this area, or rather the city of Guangzhou. I'm going to call it Guangzhou, okay, because that's what I've been calling it for years. So that's what we're going to stick with. Otherwise, I'll just keep messing it up. Guangzhou was originally, it's a lady in a wedding dress. Looking very lovely. Bride and groom, probably. Outside of this building, and right next to the church I was looking for. But back to the story. This city, Guangzhou, was in, I think it was 1750s, that this became the only legal port in all of China to allow international trading. So the people from the Arabic countries, the Persians, Portuguese, Dutch, English, they all came here to trade. And as I said, hello.
Do you want to take a photo?
No, thank you, my friend.
Hey, you.
Not very pretty for a photo.
Yes, you are beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
So cool.
Thank you. No, I don't need. Thank you very much. Where was I? What was my attractive face talking about? This church. There it is. I only know its name. It's not actually a church. I believe it's just a chapel. It's the Our Lady of Lourdes. Let's see if there's any information about it. built in 1890. Officially, it is called the Our Lady of Lourdes Chamain Island. Oh, no, actually, it's called Chamain Our Lady of Lourdes, which happens to be on Chamain Island, which is where we are. A small island in the middle of Guangzhou. Actually, it's not that small, it's really big. This part is supposed to be walking only, not supposed to be any cars. There's a police car just over there and another one passed me just before, so I don't know about that. But they do have some pretty nice looking buildings here. That is the Chongqing Tusk Carving Art Museum, which I presume would be, well, tusks. Elephant tusks? I'm not sure. It's a school group. Oh, it's 35 to get in, so it's not bad. Maybe it's the Mammoth Cafe. So maybe they're mammoth tusks. Wonder if I can get a coffee. Here's some of the stuff inside the Mammoth Cafe. Pretty expensive, really. So I'm guessing they're real. Wow, 268,000 yen. I'd have to put that on the screen, but I don't believe I could even take something like that out of the country, or at least get it into my home country. That's 1.48 million yen. Wow. Very cool. And there's a pair of tusks up there. Interesting. Let's have a quick look around. Look how delicate this is. Wow. 106,000 yen. This one's a mere 59,000. And this statue here is roughly 2 million, just under 2 million. Sorry about the glare. There's the proper museum in there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. Let me. Those tusks there, one on each side, are incredibly delicately carved. Absolutely amazing work. The Bank of Taiwan building. There's plenty of buildings to have a look at. This one here with all the windows, what period would that be? It sort of rings a bell with it's not, but it sort of rings a bell with the Art Nouveau. Wow, can you see that building up there with the massive rotunda type thing on the roof? This is the area where all the traders that I mentioned before, the Persians, the English, the Portuguese, where they traded and also lived. But I'm trying to make my way now to a more traditional area of Guangzhou. Still looking around madly at all the things here. Obviously now all turned into shops of varying degrees of, all sorts of things of what they sell. should consult the map and find out where I'm actually going. Nice looking Mercedes. I'm just going to follow this sort of avenue that runs up the middle here and check out all the things like this. Oh, the little kid's about to punch that little girl in the face. That's what it looks like. There's these old trees here. They've all got plaques on them, which I cannot read. Oh, it says wrong shoe. Oh, it's a ficus microcarpa. Wrong shoe. Probably not how you pronounce it, but there you go. No, that was the Friendship Garden that we just walked through and or are walking through. Some pretty cool buildings hidden behind those trees. And it's just a nice place to walk around. It's just like a Pied Piper. Pied Piper of Guangzhou. Playing a fiddle though, or a violin. Starbucks occupying the gaudiest building on the street. Plenty of bronze statues. Again, they're playing the violin. This one's called Happy Hour. Oh, that's a beauty. This is a very cool street to walk down, or avenue. But as I said, I'm slowly making my way to a more traditional area, so bear with me, we will get there. So many people. I guess it is China. Another art installation. And a couple of smaller houses. That one on the left, it's all hidden by trees. I apologise, but that's quite nice. The humidity has descended like an invisible layer of fog. It has suddenly just got so hot, so humid. It's not that hot, it's just very, very humid. It's another installation. This one doesn't tell me what it represents. I don't know. Just got stopped for my first selfie of the day. Or, you know, where they wanted a selfie with me. I don't know. I just have that look, I guess. Here's another church, I think. Well, it will be. This is the back of it with the stained glass windows. Let's have a quick look around the front. I think I have to go that way. But we'll come back. Oh, there's a building there with a very grand entrance. Can't get a good shot of it, but that is quite grand. I don't know what it is, the building, at all. It's all just written in Chinese. That is a solid structure. But here is what I think, yeah, that's a church. Guaranteed. What does it say? Christ Church, Shamin, Guangdong. And this is the sort of buildings you get, you know, I'm just one street away from that avenue with all the colonial buildings. And it quickly descends, well, not descends, but quickly turns into the more modern type buildings, which don't have any charm whatsoever. None whatsoever. ID?
Oh, yeah.
There's lovely people. Want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, but they can't. YouTube is not available here in China. So, yeah, nothing we can do. That's okay. Second selfie of the day, or second photo opportunity of the day. It amuses me. It really, it makes me laugh. I don't know why. As I said, I don't know. It's just, maybe it's my look. Yeah, YouTube not available here in China. That's why, well, if you come into China, you need a VPN. If you go to the eSIM, they come with a VPN already installed. It just just works straight away. But if you get a SIM card, then you go back to your hotel room at night and you want to watch a YouTube movie, or even access WhatsApp, and I think possibly even Instagram. I'm not sure of that one. But yeah, you'll need a VPN, guaranteed. Another slightly bigger part of the series of canals, which are also the Pearl River. So the Pearl River back in the day was, I mentioned in my Hong Kong video, and I've mentioned it in a video prior from Guangzhou. So back in the day, in the 1840s and 50s, even later, there would have been British warships cruising up and down, maybe not this canal, but the Pearl River proper. If we get to it, it's a fair walk away. This gentleman is carving out these. I've just asked him how long it takes to make one carving. For a simple one like this takes only 20 minutes. Wow, that is very quick, yes?
哪个？那个70。70。这个就20，看雕工了。
You've been learning for 13 years. Wow. Wow, very good. Thank you so much, my friend. Sure. Let's find the place I'm looking for. Some of the older, and I guess some of the newer type. Wow. Some of the old buildings just there, and some of the much newer buildings over there in the distance. I'm guessing that's an entrance to a subway. I could look on the map, but I don't need a subway at the moment. I have been told that it's very good and very convenient. As a matter of fact, Google Maps did recommend that I take a subway to get where I'm going to now, but it's only for one stop, and there's something that I wanted to see halfway, so So we'll walk it instead and probably look at some of these crazy cars. Here's a Porsche. Porsche, not such a crazy car, hybrid. Some of these cars, your standard Nissan, is it electric? Xtronic CV2. No, it's not. Tesla, electric. Another Tesla, electric. If I see one, some of these cars are remarkably good-looking cars. There's some sportish type of cars here. I can't remember the brand, but they are extremely nice to look at. That one there, not so much, pretty plain. Okay, I think we're coming into the area that I wanted to see. That's, if you watch my videos, maybe you can guess. I'll show you. The fish market. Look at the size of these crabs. Wow, it's a really good looking lobster there. Or crayfish, rather. This is just the start of it, I think. I think the actual building was in there, but it's all closed off. Maybe they've moved to somewhere else. But here is where you come to get whatever sort of seafood you desire. Shellfish, wow, giant scallops. Very big crayfish, again, enormous crabs. And a huge variety of fish. Both sides of the street. Oysters. Oh, big mussels. I've seen them before.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Okay.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you? Very good. This your store? Yeah, very good. All right, let's...
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, come on.
Hello. This is your store?
Yeah.
Lovely seafood, yes?
Do you want to eat something?
No, not today, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm just looking for the camera.
Yêu anh Japan rồi.
Wow.
You want to see a big lobster?
Yeah, big lobster, very big. How much would he weigh? 1 kilo?
1 kilo,
1 kilo, yes.
500.
1 kilo, 500 grams.
Yeah,
1.5
500
kilo.
1 kilo, 500 grams. And this is spider crab.
Ah,
This
spider
spider
crab.
crab, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
All the seafood is fresh.
Very fresh. When did you catch them?
Where from?
Australia.
Australia?
Yes. Amazing. Thank you. Bye. He just grabbed his two, whatever they were, and ran off yelling, "Welcome to China, bye." Okay, I think I'm not 100% sure. I really will have to consult the map now to get to a more traditional area. Looks familiar, but I can't place this guy, this statue. Oh no, he's not familiar at all. He's Mr. Tian Waojin. That 1861 to 1919, and he is the father of Chinese railway. There you go. Now, there's a big park over there, but I have no idea how you get in there. And I think it leads to where I want to be. This building here, apart from the one real estate agent just there, is all full of the fake shops where they sort of, look like they're going to be something. But I would say these have been here for quite some time and they're completely unoccupied, like custom suits. So they just put those stickers on there to make you think that they're occupied. Same there, flower shop. I haven't seen that in China before. I've seen it many times in Vietnam, all over Vietnam. I've seen those in the new builds that they do. They're basically waiting to be filled with shop owners, etc. But these ones, I'd say they've been there for a while. I finally made it to the park. I finally made it to the Pearl River. A bit far away, there's a very modern looking building there and another modern one right there in front of us on the other side of the river, under construction. This is a very big river. So as I was saying before, the Pearl River was, there was English warships going up and down here. During the Opium War, the English warships, they basically outgunned the Chinese. The Chinese had cannon and, let's just say, for instance, I can't remember the figures, that their cannon, the Chinese cannon, could go 100 metres, then the English cannon could go 150 metres. So they basically just sat, out of range and bombed away. And that was one of the reasons why the Chinese lost the Opium Wars. Big barge going down the river, or up the river. I'm not sure which way is which. This is the park that stretches along the waterfront here, and by stretch I mean it goes for a long, long way. I'm not sure how far along I'll walk. As a matter of fact, there's a seat and I'm going to sit. Oh, check this out. Wow. Some goddess on a chariot with a team of 6 horses. Very cool. That's not the only way to get around though. Did someone say trains? Where I wanted to go is far too far to walk for me. So I found something else. It's a little bit closer. It's still a kilometre away, but I'll get there eventually. This would have to be the quietest area of Guangzhou that I have come across so far. Mind you, I've only been here, I've been here once before. I've walked around a fair bit in a very much a different area, but as far as it goes, like the area where I'm staying, which I'll show you in the next video, is very, very busy. People everywhere, scooters, cars, people just going about doing their daily things. There's a little bit of a market over there, but there's no one there. Or maybe not so much a market, just a shop of some sort. Maybe vegetables. Hello. Now, how do I get in here? As I said, did someone mention a train? There's an old one. Maybe not as old as that one over there. What's the easiest way to get over there? And here is an older train. And there's a pussycarter. See if we can get you closer to this pussycarter. Meow. You don't look very well. You're very small. Ah, there's Mama Cat over there. Maybe it's a ginger. Same as you. Too hot for you, I reckon. So there it is. A big old loco. It's got 1986 on the on it up there, which seems unusual. If that's the year, surely they weren't making these trains in 1986. Ah, here we go. 1946, that would seem more like it. But again, 1986 down there, but it's all in Chinese, I don't know what it says. Any of it, clearly. A big old coal, yeah, coal loco. There it is. Is that another cat? The same cat. No, that's another cat. Whoops. Yeah. Oh, that's the you might have seen on movies where they do a handover of a ring of some description. I'm not sure what that actual ring does, but that's where you would catch that ring. Don't know much about it. Man, there's cats everywhere. Hey, pussycat. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Okay. Cat Central. And the old carriage. I reckon I've been on a carriage just like that in Vietnam. We're at the Railway Museum and there's a couple more to see. There's one just here. This one's an electric one. Just an electric train. What do you call them? The engine? I don't know, I'm at a loss for words. There's another one way down here. That's this, they've got part of the, the underneath of the train, whatever part that may be, that they've made into a seat. I've changed a couple more settings on my camera. I wasn't quite happy with the last ones. Some people said they were better, some said they were worse. So I've got it now in 24 frames per second and I've reduced the sharpness to -2, which is supposedly takes away the digital look about it. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. I'm not going to touch it again until I have a close look at it when it's edited. See, I can only see it on my laptop screen, so I really don't know if it's good or bad. So it's up to you guys to tell me if it's working. I'll leave these settings on for the next few videos and see what happens. What I thought was another train down here is not. It's just a replica of one of the fast trains that are currently in use. All we've got left is this big old, well, not that big, an old carriage used for carting goods. Well, what I think is the history of the trains, it's all in Chinese. It starts there in 1896, well it does for that guy there anyway, and continues on right up to 2024 up the end. Maybe 1921 was when the trains started. I don't know. Well, I didn't quite make it to the old traditional Chinese part of Guangzhou, but we saw a little bit. It's just too far away for me to walk, so the next video I'm going to catch a taxi right there and start there. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye bye. Shell of an empty building there in a prime location right on the waterfront though, and looky there, McDonald's.